So, if you want to know why all the sounds are off, let me tell you something. For the DMC, the literal DMC dub, I guess, the literal dub that I promised I was going to do, I basically didn't do it. I'm sorry to say. I just forgot. Literally. So, on this stream, we're going to try and play on very hard difficulty. Or I'm just going to play on hard because I'm not super good at the game. I'm sorry to say. On Dante Must Die, I can't play this game. Really, I can't. It's a really difficult process, so you gotta bear with me here. It is best to make sure you know what you can do here. If I were to do anything, I would definitely play with Sparta Dante or Legendary Dark Knight Dante. So say it with us, folks. Once upon a time, there was a legendary Dark Knight from the demon world. His name was Sparta. This same demon would bear. Sorry, the same demon was the same demon to save the human world from utter disaster due to someone named Mundus. Now, this demon brought forth two sons after he dealt with Mundus and his legion. These two spawns were called Dante and Virgil. These two siblings of Sparta, or sons of Sparta, are born and they are made to protect the human world. Unfortunately, for their side, they basically get jumped over and over again throughout this entire story and eventually have to fight each other for some reason. Like, that's just how it goes. As you can see by this cutscene, you are basically watching these two fight while it's raining. But with each other's looks and identical appearance, they bear two things of Sparta. They bear his weapons and they bear his soul. And I feel like Virgil just took out Dante's soul with that stab. I'm sorry to say. Like, the Yamato can cleave anything in twain. And I'm quite sure he just took Dante's soul with that stab. A piece of it. Now look at him, slicking his hair back because he knows he took someone's soul. Now, as Dante's going to get back up, he's going to stab Virgil, I mean. And then the rest will be history. Man, that was a good shower. All right. Quite sure it's that time of the day, actually, where I get to check my calls and... Devil May... Well, I didn't make the name yet, but hello? And they're not there. Well, guess while I'm waiting, might as well help myself. Uh, this is the house of that son of Sparta. A nice home for a homeless man. Speaking of homeless, hey man, you got anything you're coming in here for? If you're looking for the bathroom, it's in the back. Oh, I've come here for something, all right. And not just the... Hey. We don't come in here to support your business here, sir. Why are you looking at me like that? It's kind of creepy, you know? My sincerest apologies. I came here to give you something from your brother. Yeah? Hey, what the heck, man? That's not supposed to... Uh... Man, reoccurring joke? Doesn't matter. I think it's about that time I eat my pizza. Again, since I didn't finish the first bite, you just gotta... Again, I've made this point pretty clear, haven't I? I'm just a dude who wants to eat his pizza, and if I can't have my pizza, I'll at least have my other slices. And if I can't have my other slices, I'll get crazy. Speaking of, this party's getting crazy. Time for my music. What the? Hey, can you guys give me a second here? It seems this channel isn't working. There we go. There's no music playing, but I'm quite sure you'll catch my drift. I would do karate sounds, but again, it's like nighttime. Better do it when you're home alone. Blink. Time surfs up. All right, it's time for the Gunslinger Chronicles, ladies and gentlemen. Not Swordmaster. No, we're playing Gunslinger. And that's Pool. Catch this. So y'all think you could jump me and get away with it, huh? Don't bet on it. Okay, here, let me get the... Since we're doing the party thing, we are most certainly playing with... I really want to do Quicksilver, because that's really fun. I like Gunslinger. It's really good, but honestly, I'll do Quicksilver because I know the combos by heart. Quicksilver! Come on. Okay. Oh, you can extend the revolver. That's cool. Here, let's test that out. Dang, we're too good. Man, that really wastes my my DT. Oh, that was easy. Well, all's well that ends. That didn't end well. At least I still have my pizza. Well, all's well that ends well. Great. The whole shop's ruined. I'm not even dressed, and everything's just gone downhill. So, my brother decided to give me an invitation, huh? Well, guess that's a sign to start the party! Of course, a little bit of damage is like, hey, you didn't do too good there, pal. Okay, I feel like I should try out Quicksilver because Quicksilver is literally, uh, you know what I mean. It's literally jumping someone. Here, Quicksilver. See ya. So how broken is Quicksilver? Oh yeah, it's pretty broken. Oh yeah, Quicksilver is pretty broken, honestly. At first, I was like, Quicksilver isn't broken, but then I got convinced with like a few split seconds of using Quicksilver on a boss. I was like, yep, it's pretty broken. Literally a few seconds of having two Dantes in a boss fight, and I was like, yep, that makes sense. Two seconds. Yo, me and Twin in a boss fight. It's kind of funny actually. Really thinking about it, you're dealing with not one but two Dantes. Using Quicksilver against these guys is just too. Actually, here, gun him down. Yeah, it's pretty broken to have two Dantes actually. Blick, blick. Yeah, it's already pretty broken having two Dantes. Sorry, it's already broken having one Dante. Imagine two Dantes. And they basically did that with like they basically said, you said what if we had two Dantes? Put Doppelganger in the game. Come here. We've. You want he's having? That's what I thought. Justice for Gotham. Or sorry, not justice. Vengeance for Gotham. I'm pretty sure beating Cerberus is gonna be still difficult, but like honestly, having Doppelganger, or if there is a multiplayer mod of this, which I'm quite sure there is, yeah, having a multiplayer mod of the wait, do you have Cerberus? If I have Cerberus, let me check this out. Actually, I'm quite sure if I have Cerberus, it's still gonna be pretty broken. Give me a second. See, it's already a question. Okay, you only have one move set of mine, but luckily for you, it's kind of the most powerful move set I have. You should be pretty lucky that it doesn't have Swordmaster variant. Give me a second. I'm still pretty good. Sometimes to add for extra effect, you got to taunt. Now, as I already said, Mr. DMC himself, Dante, or Mr. Devil May Cry himself. People say Virgil's the most like evil guy. I beg to disagree. What about the person that made Virgil technically evil? Mundus. Mundus was the guy who made Virgil evil. Always has been. No matter what you think, Mundus always has been the guy who made him evil. Okay, so you already know. Oh, that doesn't do that much damage. I mean, it does some semblance of damage. So how about this? I'm quite sure what's really making you difficult to beat is just your heads. Your several heads is the one thing that's making you difficult to beat. If it weren't for those heads that you have, I'm quite sure you'd be pretty easy to beat. As I already said, those heads are literally the one thing making you difficult to beat. Can I switch heads, please? I know how to quick swap weapons. It's pretty easy. Oh, there you go. Oh, see, those little blocks of yours really annoy me. Give me a second. I messed up. Forget Ebony and Ivory is the one thing suspending me from. Hey, I need to aim at the heads, Dante. Okay, somehow those hit me. Give me a second. Fighting these guys on very hard mode is really difficult. Come here, boy. Seriously, fighting that dude is like, it's really bad. As I already said, the man is like literally horrible to fight. Even with Gunslinger, which is literally me, I don't even know what to say here. Using Swordmaster or Gunslinger on that man is like trying to use. I don't even know what to say. So, nothing much. I like it because it has a lot more soul into it than anything that has to do with DMC4 is what I'm saying. Sorry, not 4. I meant to say DMC2. There are only two good things about DMC2, I guess. One, it has some neat concepts in there. And then there's also that there's some really, I don't know. They have some good music, okay? That's the best thing I can say. Wait. Created by an artist? Okay, that's pretty good. They actually expected Virgil to look like this, a very serious guy. Now look at him. He doesn't even look like a business guy anymore. He just looks like a exact opposite of Dante. Okay, now it's Virgil with his hair slicked up. That's Mary, I suppose. That's Arkham. I guess Arkham was the guy who was like, hey, actually, what if Virgil was Arkham? Not like, okay, that's actually pretty good. Honestly, I'm just learning combos. Okay, these are pretty good combos I'm looking at here. Wait, hold on. Are they switching between styles? No, they're not switching between styles at all. They're just using how the guns are meant to be used. Meaning they're just using Swordmaster. Okay. That's cool, I guess. I like how they're just giving you very good stuff. Okay. That's pretty good gameplay, you know. I feel like I could probably do those combos, maybe. But like again, I'm not super good at this game specifically. As I said, if I want to go Gunslinger, I'm gonna use this fit. If I want to go Swordmaster, I'm definitely using this. That fits perfect. Maybe I'll use this fit if I want to go Swordmaster. You know what I mean? But if I truly want to go, if I want to go like go crazy, I'll use this one for hard mode since that's like very hard mode. Sparta, Dante must die. No, bro, Sparta must die. Otherwise, that was fun, I suppose. I was just showcasing what I thought about Devil May Cry. I think these games are sick. I like every single one of them except for two. But I'll also tell you something else I don't like. Only one is only of this entire collection. I only don't like two. But let me tell you the unfair thing about one. Now, Devil May Cry 1, their easy mode is already like difficult because Americans were complaining that that was like too easy at first. So they were like, okay, bet. We're gonna make this a lot harder for everyone. So as you can see, I already beat the game. You know, you're not supposed to have these moves just yet. You're not supposed to have Ifrit and everything like that. You know, you're not supposed to have all those. But if you felt like it, as I was gonna say, you can go for. Oh no, I have to fight shadows. Actually, how many shadows are there? Now I think about it. Two of them. I'm so sorry. I forgot how to switch. I forgot how to switch. The double jump is your ally in this game. So the way to fight Shadow, that basically what you do is alright, back up from that. The only way to fight Shadow is that you need to use your gun against them. The unfortunate thing about fighting Shadow on this difficulty is I don't know how I'm alive there. Truly, I don't know how I'm alive. Truly. Like, I should be dead. So, I don't like using holy water in any of these games, but in this game, I'll use it. I beg of you, save me. It's a difficult process beating up this guy. You wanna know what's so difficult about beating this guy up? The difficult thing is that no matter what, you have no choice but to keep shooting this guy. It's best you keep moving. Okay. So when he's red, he will attempt to keep trying to command grab you. And that's how you fight Shadow. Like, you just die. And that's what you do. You fight Shadow and you freaking die. Not even holy water can save me from that, man. No amount of several amounts of holy water that you have is going to save you from that, man. Like, that is the Predator right there. Before Predator. Which is very bad to say. Can I... Now, fighting one Shadow is already hard enough. But no, you have to do it two of them. See, look at that. You see what I mean? Now, a friend of mine who really got me more into DMC really told me how to play against Shadow. Not simply freaking die like that. No. What you're supposed to do is You're supposed to use air raid a lot. Let me tell you, using air raid on the harder difficulty is not the right move. Especially when he can homing attack you like his name is Sonic. Let me assure you, there is a way to... You can pretty much play this game and beat it again. Oh my frickin', can we hurry up with this? I want to switch my weapons, thank you very much. Now, if this is DMC 2, maybe, just maybe, you may be able to make it out with those dodge rolls that they personally give you as a weapon. But when you're playing this game, you know, the more harder game than any one of these. See what I mean? You can't do anything against that. Like, I keep trying. You try and dodge every single time, and you just you can't do anything about it. Which is why they say use air raid a lot more than you might think. I'm hopping up here. I don't care. And they're up here with me. Oh, put me back down. There's not a good way to fight these guys without dying. The only thing I know is keep shooting these guys. But fighting against two shadows is already freaking difficult. What just happened right there? So, I don't know what to say about that. I'm not starting again, bro. I do not want to go to the save screen. So that's why if I want to do Devil May Cry, you know, first Devil May Cry abridged, you know, after I'm done with 3, I'm quite sure I'm gonna have to. I don't need to know about that. What I'm saying is, to be able to do Devil May Cry abridged, you're gonna have to pretty much, like, what I'm trying to say here is I have to reset the entire game for me to do Devil May Cry abridged, because I'm going to go insane facing two shadows over and over again. And let's not even bring up the fact that on mission 3, I believe, I had to fight a Death Scissors. A freaking Death Scissors in place of Shadow. Shadow's already difficult. And fighting Phantom, you know, the giant magma spider on this game is really, really difficult. That's on easy difficulty, by the way. This is just hard difficulty. Which, that's the only complaint I have about this game. Otherwise, the gameplay is pretty good. You know, I like it. But this game's too hard. This game's too buggy. And this game, well, it's pretty much just right. Hard mode you can manage, but very hard and Dante Must Die, that's pretty much setting yourself for death. Very hard may as well just be Dante Must Die without more damage. You know, Dante Must Die, you can pretty much die in like one shot. Very hard, you can die in like 2 shots most. That's by the hard enemies, by the way. Otherwise, you're pretty good here. Now Devil May Cry 4, it's like, it's manageable, but only because I know how to play Nero and I know how to play Dante for the most part. I don't know how to use Dante's special moves like perfectly on 4, but I can manage. You know, on the first 2 difficulties, you know, Son of Sparta and Devil Hunter, not human. I could definitely do human anytime, but like first 3 difficulties, pretty easy. Son of Sparta and Dante Must Die, really difficult. Really, really difficult. Now, Devil May Cry 5, I know how to deal with everything. Dante Must Die, pretty hard difficulty, but not as hard as, well, that's it. Dante Must Die is like the hardest difficulty. Even, even if there's hell, heaven and hell, it's like, heaven and hell's not that difficult. It's literally just everything's one shot. If you want to, you can style on everything, but like keep in mind you're one hit. So if anything like blows wind on you or spits on you, that'll kill you. If anything like hell and hell, it's basically just Son of Sparta, but you're one shot. So the only way to win is probably use Trickster a lot if you're Dante. If you're Nero, you need to dodge perfectly. If you're V, pray. Or just spam Nightmare, actually. Nightmare is like the perfect thing to help you out. Nightmare is the one thing that'll help you out. It can absorb anything. But for the most part, pray if you don't have Nightmare. You need to pray if you're V. If you're Virgil, Virgil's Hell and Hell's pretty easy. You just need to know how to put your soul into Virgil's techniques. But be aware of the Furies. Those Furies will kill you. Except, you just need to know how to perfectly time every move to what they do. Otherwise, you're fine. So, of the entire Devil May Cry franchise, which yes, this includes the reboot as well, I suppose. The reboot I've heard is really good. You know, gameplay wise. Lore wise, it's not what we expected. We expected better than Dante, you know, this Dante. But again, it's a different Dante. So, I guess gameplay wise it's pretty good. Music's pretty awesome. But lore wise, it doesn't correspond with this, but that's what makes it different, I guess. Somewhat different. So, of the entire Devil May Cry thing, because of the gameplay and the music that I really like, I'm going to put it at a 9.9 out of 10. If not an 8 out of 10, actually. I'm definitely putting it as an 8 out of 10. Pretty much, there is pain with Devil May Cry, not Dante May Cry, actually. I'm gonna keep calling it that. You know, Dante May Cry. Maybe it's because I'm on Devil May Cry 2, and it looks like he's cried enough. All right, so Devil May Cry, of everything, I give it an 8 out of 10. Because if you play all these games without experience, you're pretty much cooked. But with experience to a lot of these kinds of games, I'm quite sure you'll be fine. Like you'll be safe to just enjoy it all. But yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. I was your host, Umbra. I'm just yapping, I guess. And until then, auf Wiedersehen.